Hi, friends. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm here with Mcreynolds, my dear friend, who is a yoga therapist, and she's just going to tell us a little bit about what yoga therapy is. So take it away, Megan.
Awesome. Thanks. Thanks for having me, Kate. Hope everybody's doing good out there. So yoga therapy is a practice or the practice of teaching yoga for medicine, really, for both preventative wellness, but also in the vein of rehabilitation or recovery. And as a yoga therapist, what we do is I work one-on-one with you, and my job is to empower you to tap into your own self-healing powers through yoga. Because after all, we're all looking for more ease in the mind and the body and the spirit. And the beautiful thing of yoga and about yoga is kind of this holistic and integrative approach that it takes to healing. So
that's awesome. That really aligns with a lot of what we talk about in my practice too. So it's awesome. I'm wondering, can you tell us a little bit about your journey to get here? And what is it like? Why does this matter to you?
Yeah, I would love to. I decided to go through yoga teacher training a couple of years ago. And actually, during my training, I suffered a rough injury. I had a cervical spine injury that once I began digging a little more into that cervical spine injury, that physical pain in my body, I realized that it was very emotional, as a matter of fact. And I knew from that point on, I was able to recover, luckily without surgery, and to come back and finish my training. But I knew at that point on, I knew before I even finished my 200-hour training that I saw the therapeutic benefits of a yoga practice and yogic living, really. And I knew that I wanted to take it to the next level. So I found a school, and not only am I a yoga therapist, but I'm in the advanced program through a school called Breathing Deeply, and I am spending, currently in the middle of my training, and I will be, again, I'm certified now, but I'll be certified by the International Association of Yoga Therapists before my training is all done. So it's the highest level of certification you can have in the industry. So that's pretty exciting.
That's great, because I know how hard you've been working, and you make it look easy though. And can you tell us a little bit about what conditions I should send to you? Like, are there certain diagnoses that do better with yoga therapy?
I mean, again, yoga is so integrative and it takes the whole person into consideration. So we can work with a broad spectrum of conditions, anything from actual physical pain to mental conditions such as depression or anxiety, PTSD. I can work with people with disordered eating, grief and loss, which is a big one, which also falls into the big bucket of trauma, right? And so autoimmune disorders, I mean, all of it, right? Because we're talking about the whole person, and yoga is this very unique science that pays attention, much like functional medicine in a way, where it's a completely holistic approach, and all of these conditions I just named can be treated through yoga therapy as a complementary strategy. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so if I say, for example, I've actually been having this pain in my neck lately, and also kind of like a stirring up of some of my chronic viruses. So like, if I wanted to come work with you, what would it look like?
Sure. Well, we would start by setting some wellness goals. If you didn't have any, that's fine. We can do that together. You may you may have some already set with maybe a nutritionist or a medicine provider like you. But you would come to me with those wellness goals. I would also then take a look at your health history for any major things, any conditions that are affecting your daily life. And our goal in working together is just to get you to a point of ease in your life. So from there, we would take all that into consideration. I would be happy to work alongside of any of your other providers you may be seeing. And I would then just develop a specialized practice or set of practices that would be suited to your individual needs to meet those goals. And that's not just yoga posture. So a lot of people think of yoga as, a 60-minute yoga class where you're doing a flow and some sun salutations. We use more than just posture. We can use specialized breath and meditation techniques. We can tap into the use of chanting if that's something that you're interested in. We use ritual and philosophy teachings. So there's so many. We have massive toolkits as yoga therapists, so it's really exciting, and that's how we can really, really specifically tailor the treatment to your needs.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And how long, I guess my last question is just how long should people plan to commit to working with you? Like, what would be your ideal client?
Ideal. So ideal, I'm a no talk therapist, right? I'm not a licensed therapist. So we're not necessarily here to work for months and years on end together. I want you to find ease. And so we're going to work together. And sometimes like with anything, there's some trial and error, right? We're not working with, drugs and therapies per se, but we're working with practices to kind of dig into all of the layers of your being and your person. And that includes your physical body and all the way in to our energetic bodies and our spiritual bodies. And so, ideally, to answer your question, it's something that we could every couple weeks for a few months, 6 sessions or so. We can kind of space those out however those would work and be pleasing to you and amenable to the schedule. But we would essentially work together. I would send you home with practices and kind of coach you along the way, and maybe hop on. We could, call together, and I could walk you through whether it be the posture or do the lead meditations. And there's just a lot of opportunity there for to really tailor. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. Awesome. I wish I'd had someone like you, like 8 years ago when I started my yoga journey. It would have sped up the process.
Sure.
What do you have coming up here soon that we should know about?
Awesome. Yeah. So ever since COVID landed on the globe, I have a Facebook page. Well, I have a website, but I have a Facebook page where I'm doing live streaming. Everything's free right now. So I am live streaming 2 30-minute stretch sessions just to get the body moving. That's on a Wednesday night. I do an evening time stretch. And on Friday, I do kind of a happy hour, really laid back, casual stretch at 4 p.m. I start every Saturday morning with a 9 a.m. brief meditation. And then I do a therapeutic yoga for anxiety on Sunday mornings at 10, all live streaming, again, free on Facebook. So that is happening now and happening currently. I'm also teaching kids yoga on Zoom Monday through Thursday mornings to just give our little ones a little brain refresh before they start their homeschool days. And so that's all happening through the end of the school year. And then I'm also not to get too far deep into this, but I'm also a desire map facilitator and coach. And so I actually will have a virtual desire map workshop coming up, which is all about soul-centered goal setting. And so I'm really excited about that. But I invite all of your viewers and your patients and your friends, if they want to come take advantage of the free stuff I got going on right now. I kind of theme my weeks too. We've been moving through all of our 9 emotions for Brazos yoga. And so like this week we worked with fear, and next week we're, for example, talking about calmness. So because we're all going through all the states right now.
Yes.
So the more direct and the more fluid we can become in that languaging with ourselves and kind of working through some of those emotions, even if it's just a couple times a week, the more healthy we're gonna all come out of this,
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so I will post in the comments that your Facebook group is Prosper Yoga Therapy. Is that right?
Yeah, facebook.com/prosperyogatherapy.com.
Okay. I'll put it in the comments, and thank you for everything you do. I literally got chills when you described the desire mapping.
It's so amazing. I've been desire mapping myself for a couple years, and it has shifted my life it gets us really in touch about how we want to feel in life and not just the things we want to go after, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. So,
I love it.
so I will keep you and your community posted, and would love to see you there too.
Great. Okay. Have a wonderful day and we'll talk soon.
All right, Kate, thanks so much. You guys
Thanks.
be well.
You too.